Over the last few years, how cool has it been from your perspective to see him grow as a corner?
It's been really cool. You know, he came in, what draft pick was he?
Like 7th round.
Yeah, he's a later draft pick, came in and just since he got here, just super hard worker, very scrappy, competitive. Like I think since the first time we practiced against him, I always thought he was a really, really good player. And obviously he's gotten better every year just as he's learned more. He's gotten more and more confidence, and to see him have to step up in some big moments throughout his career when maybe he wasn't expected to be the starter, but he had to go play because we had guys hurt, and he's just rose to the occasion every time. So it's just a guy that you can trust. I feel like he just always does his job and makes plays in big moments when the ball comes to him. So, you know, really great teammate, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Trevor, two joint.
I feel like we got a lot out of today, yeah. I feel like it was really productive. Was it perfectly clean? No. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to work on, and we got to improve on. I got to improve on. But as far as just the competition, the competitiveness, the back and forth, I mean, that always feels game-like, the ebbs and flows, where you get some momentum, and then the defense, you know, they make a couple plays, then you got to steady it out and get back on track. And I thought we did a good job of that today. Just got to find some more consistency, you know, limit some of the penalties, some of the negative plays. Obviously, I had the one turnover, so there's a couple things that we need to work on just to be consistently better. But I thought there was a lot of great things. I thought we ran it really, really well. And we made some big plays in the passing game too.
With two joint practices in the books, from a schematic standpoint, are you satisfied with the direction this offense is going so far?
Yeah, I mean, satisfied is we're not satisfied with necessarily where we're at, but where we're heading. I really believe that we're getting better. I think we were a lot better today than we were last week when we went against the Saints. I thought we had a lot more energy. We got after it. I thought we just brought the juice every play. We ran it really good. We were really physical. So there were some big improvements, but football is there's such a fine line. There's so many details. So I think that there's going to be plenty on the tape to learn from. And I know, you know, I need to get better. So it's not necessarily satisfied, but definitely believing. And I know that these guys, all our guys out here, are getting better every day, and that's what we're working towards.
Was getting the fans kind of excited over there. How much confidence does it give you seeing the
Yeah, just seeing those guys make plays is really cool, and I think it comes from as they get more and more comfortable with the system, and they can just go play, and that's when their talents can show, is when they're not thinking. So I think all those guys are getting there every day, and you know, it's not the easiest system to learn, so it takes a little bit of time, but I love where those guys are heading. I think our tight end is awesome, and really all of our offensive guys that have come in as rookies have done a good job at receiver, O-line, tight ends, backs, and they've done a really good job, so just got to keep getting better.
How much do you think you'll miss McQuint for the rest of camp, and how do the guys have to step up on that?
Our guys really got to step up. I mean, I feel like I've talked about him a lot with you guys, and you guys always ask kind of what's his deal? Why does everybody love the guy so much? And we've talked about just the energy. I mean, he knows his job. He plays with passion. The intensity, love for the game, all those things. So it's hard to kind of match or replicate that. But as far as guys taking over that role, as far as, you know, protection stuff, and third down, and just knowing all the checks, and you know, we got to step up. And I know those guys can do it, but it's got to happen. So we got to get everybody on board, and I know guys will be ready to do that, but definitely going to miss the point for the next little bit.
William is still figuring out playing situation for Friday. Was today game-ish enough to feel like you got that out of the week?
Yeah, I mean, I think the joint practices are really, really good, just because they do feel more like a game instead of always going against your same team, and you get to see different looks, and guys come in, and just that competition. It feels a little bit more like a game, but obviously I'm not getting hit still, so that's the one part that's still not quite the game, still wearing a red jersey. But I think as far as the other 10 guys, we treated it as a game, and guys did a good job of taking care of business, and I thought, like I said, we did some really good things. So who knows, I'll let Coach make those decisions, but I do think that we got the most out of the day, and we got better.
What does it say to you when you see the offensive line and the running backs kind of come out with the energy that they have today?
It's great. I mean, especially when you can run the ball. I mean, that's such a momentum boost for your offense and for your team when you can run it and stay on schedule. And I thought we did a really good job of that. And not only just staying on schedule, we had a few really big runs that if we were playing full tackle, we probably would have gone for 20, 30, and maybe even scored on some of them. So that's huge. I think it's been it's a testament to, one, our defense is really good against the run, so we're seeing that every day. And sometimes it's like running your head into a brick wall and you're trying to, but you talk about all the little details and how important they are, because when you're playing a defense that's so stout against the run, all that stuff matters. And then today, when you come out with that intensity, all the details are on point, and you come off the ball, now we're seeing these creases hit a little bit more. So I think it's just that sharpening iron in practice that's really paying off. And we still got a lot of work to do, but it was a much better run game. It was awesome.
You were here, obviously, last year. This time you're learning who Liam is and what he's like. Are there things now you're still learning about him that you don't know? Not just football
I'm sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure. I mean, I guess it's been about a year and a half, so I definitely know that there's stuff that I'm still learning. I think as far as our relationship, it's really good. We communicate, we talk a lot. But yeah, there's definitely things we're still learning about each other, and that's just going to grow and grow the longer we're together. And definitely, though, you know how people operate, and then we get in the heat of the moment. We're both competitive. I'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So you know what to expect from each other a little bit, and if we go at it a little, I think that's the cool part, is we're both passionate about it, we both care about it, and we're able to bounce back from stuff like that really quickly, because we both just want the best for this team, this offense.
Has he helped bring that out of you a little more? Just that kind of fieriness?
Yeah, for sure. I've talked about that a little bit too. I think his intensity is definitely risen my intensity just from a snap to snap basis, and just talking with the guys and trying to get energy going. And I think that's important. It will help me play a little bit more of that edge, and I think our offense takes that as well. And we're all able to do more of that.
Is it hard to develop a sense of urgency?
Sorry.
Is it hard to develop a sense of urgency? You know, just in general, it's hard to fake it.
No, I mean,
in camp, right?
in camp, there's days where I think there's always days where you don't necessarily have the most sense of urgency as a collective team,
right.
And you got to be able to push the guy next to you and say, "Let's go, man! Like, this is where we have to grind through it, and we got to bring it every day, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes to get better and to be a great team and offense, and you have to bring that." And so it is like you notice it more and more as you get older, just how intentional you have to be with your mindset when you step out here every day, because it's going to be hot. Guys are going to get tired. You're going to have to push past a certain comfort level where guys don't want to go. And I thought today we did a really good job of that. And really, as camp's gone on, we've gotten better and better. Maybe a couple days early, we'd have some huge swings as far as we come out flat one day. I think that's starting to level out, as it should, towards the end of camp. And we're understanding more and more where we need to push, where we need to stay on guys and keep them going, and where we also need to just take it on ourselves and be ready to go. And I think guys have done a good job.
How have Ezra Cleveland and Anton Harrison stepped up with all the shifts in the offensive play?
Done a great job. I mean, those guys just bouncing around. Obviously, Anton's flip sides. Ezra's played both guards and some tackle, and he's moved around a lot. I think just showing the flexibility and versatility of those guys up front is really important. And guys it's the most selfless group in football. It really is. Those guys move everywhere, do whatever the team needs, even if it's not the most comfortable thing for them. And you don't hear any complaints about it. So I'm just happy those guys are able to do that, for one, but willing to do it.